That was a hard one. Sorry. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that altered chord in the chorus section there. How's everybody doing? Is it live? Is everything working? I've had teething problems. Hope everything's alright. Hope everything's alright, you know? You know what I'm saying that? Hi. Sorry, I didn't have a poll this week. Hope we're cool with that. Anywho, let's see who's in. Hello, hello, hello. Francis Chambers, first in, how you doing, mate? Hi, Steve. Probably have to watch on catch up as you're a bit busy at the moment. That's fair enough. We all get busy sometimes, don't we? Can I maybe bring this forward a bit? Is that better? Wait a minute. It's alright, I'm fixing it, I promise. Promise I'm fixing. See, I honestly sorted the camera before I started. I know what I'm doing. That'll do. Anywho, hello to you, Francis. Thanks for coming in, mate. Stephen Bar's in. How you doing, mate? Dave Lewis is in. Hello. Where we get to there? Johnny 3 Bars in the house. How you doing? Richard Sheehan. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. Johnny D's in. Peter Collins. WTF. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Vincent Brennan's in. Hello. Jojo Fry. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Hozart is in the house. Graham Campbell's in. Rent to Kill. Search for Tone. How you doing, mate? Stefan. Lyrical Genius. Who's a lyrical genius? What's going on there? Who's Stefan? What did I miss? I missed something. IMA640's in. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Budget Pedal Chap in the house. Evening sunshine. I thought I was going to be recording a podcast this evening, so I thought I'd have to miss this, but that's happening tomorrow night instead. So here be I. Great to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Put my phone away there. Malachi's in. How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming in. Chris Ottewell is in the house. Where we get to there? The other John Brown. How you doing, mate? You'll be going to Guitar Summit. Yes, we'll see you there. Looking forward to seeing you there, mate. Dave Lewis, we'll need to find places to eat, mate. We'll need to figure that out. Let me know if you've got any plans. Dave Lewis, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Are we all caught up? The Lamb's in. The legendary Lamb. Lamb's live stream every Saturday night. A Saturday night? I've not caught up in a while, mate. I think you've been off, haven't you? You've been on a hiatus. But when he's back, get back in there. Lammy's live stream. It's the way forward. Budget Pedal Chap's in the house. We said that, but we're saying hello again because we're repeating stuff. John Channing says, Jamtastic. Thank you very much, mate. Budget Pedal Chap, you watched the interview with Jojo the other day. That was a while back. That was a good one, though. It was fun times. Great hang with Jojo, yes. Where are we at? Oh, there we go. Yeah, people are asking when the lab's back. See, so he is on hiatus. Hiatus pronunciation is a thing. Jerry Ellis, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Brent Adams, hello to you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Jimmy Biter, what's up? How you doing, mate? Cat's Music Journey is in. Hello, and I think we've caught up. Michael Hennessy, hello. How we doing? The list is long. Yes. Okay, so Wecklum, thanks for coming to the live stream. Thanks if you're watching on catch up. So we're going to Guitar Summit. This place. So we'll get into looking at a bit of this shortly. We'll check out the vendors. It's in German. Can I fix that? It's still in German. That's all right. That's my ignorance. It's in Germany. It's a German thing. Why should it be in English? Oh, wait a minute. There's an English flag there. There we go. Hey, now we know what's going on. Sorry if there's any Germans in that I've put it in my ignorant language. Apologies. But yeah, we'll get into seeing what's there. If you guys have got any any requests, I've also just noticed that my internet's went off, so that's not a good sign. Hopefully the wired connection's okay. I'm thinking about unplugging that. I'll just leave it. It's flashing red. That's never good. Right. Yes. What is Guitar Summit? Did I just see? Was that Jojo asking that? No. Where is it actually held? Mannheim, Germany. Not to be confused with Anaheim, which is where Nam is. So they all seem to be quite Heim-ish, I think. Budget Pedal Chap, heading to Germany to look at guitars or Summit. Haha. Yes, that's pretty much what's happening. So yeah, that's what I was going to ask. If I'll show you the vendor list, maybe because there's loads I've never heard of. If any of them maybe pops out to you and you think, check out them, they do amazing stuff, or they do this and that, or I've always wanted to see that, or something like that, then I'll put it on my list. I was actually zero prepared until about I don't know, 2 hours ago, and then I actually had a look at the vendor list and took some notes of things that I might want to check out, but there's no way I'll get that many done. So we'll see what it's all about. Has anybody ever been to a Guitar Summit before? How about just, have you been to trade shows in general? If you're watching on catch up or live, what's your favourite trade show you've ever been to? Is there better ones than worse? There you go, Jojo. Birmingham, indeed, yes. All the Heims, yes. That could be a good one as well, couldn't it? What do we call it again? Birmingham. Excellent. Yeah, so sorry, no poll this week. I just, like I say, it's crazy busy. So what's going on is, I usually work in school, teaching 3 days, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, Tuesday are like my YouTube days, because occasionally I have gigs at the weekend and stuff like that. So they're the YouTube days, but in order to go to Guitar Summit, which as you can see here, the 26th to the 28th of September, so it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So to get there on the Friday, I need to leave on the Thursday, the day before, so I can be there like for like opening the next day. So I've had to change my days at school. So my Thursday, Friday would normally work. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, so I don't have my YouTube days next week to do stuff. So this week I've been cramming in, trying to get as much done as possible. Apologies about tomorrow's video. It's I kind of rushed it a bit. You know what? I don't need to apologise. I will be punished in lack of views. So that's punishment enough. So you don't need to worry about that. But I just want to put something up. It was supposed to be a shootout, but I've moved that back in order to put this one up that's slightly more time sensitive, maybe. Spoiler alert, it's Nuno related again. It's Nuno Washburn related again. Part 2 maybe. Maybe not. Anyway, well, we'll have a look at the vendors. Does anybody care? Am I still on the internet? Is it still working? Peter Collins, you've been to the Northwest Guitar Show so long ago that Parker Fly was the new kid on the block. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Roddy's Jam Cave's in. How you doing, mate? You know what? I went to a trade show about that time as well. I think when I was about 16 or something. Trying to think. Maybe it was 14, 15 or 16. Went with my father. Hello, father, if you're watching. To London. So this is a funny story, actually. Actually, it's Nuno related. How it all came about. So, back in the day, I used to buy guitar magazines, as you probably did too. Who didn't buy guitar magazines? Total Guitar, Guitarist, Guitar Technique. That was the main ones in the UK. But I seen this other magazine that I'd never had bought before. It was called Sound on Sound. And I know that's a way bigger magazine than any of the three I just mentioned. I didn't know that at the time. It was the first time I'd ever seen it or noticed it because it had Nuno on the front cover, right? And it was like post-Extreme, Nuno's just went solo and he's got a date in London with the solo project. I'm like, OMG. Not only has he got a date in London, with this magazine was 2 free tickets to the show. So I was starting to ask my dad, I was like, please, when you go to this, can we go see Nuno at the show? So it was called the Mad About Music Festival, or the Mad About Music Show in London, and it was in 1996. Is that right? That feels like so long ago. I think it was 1996. So more recently, I've been going to Birmingham trade shows and things like that. 42 Gear Street, which isn't quite the same vibe, but it's totally different. Better. And then we're going to Guitar Summit, but I had been to a trade show when I was really young, and I got to meet Nuno there. And like you're saying, Parker Flies and stuff were there, and I remember there was a Vigier booth. Vigier were there, had one of their fretless necks. I got to talk to Stu Ham. I met Michelangelo Battio, Eric Sardines. Sardines? Did I say Stu Ham? I got a pick off of Stu Ham. And Nuno, I got to speak to Nuno very briefly as well. So yeah, crazy times. That was an experience at a trade show many moons ago. Yeah, don't know how we got there. Oh yeah, because we're talking about Parker Fly back in the day. So there we go. Budget Bello Chap. Oh, did I say hello to Roddy's Jam Cave? Hello to you, mate, if I missed you, sorry. You're going to watch tomorrow's video so hard to compensate. Thank you very much, Budge. Much appreciated, mate. Jojo saw the backlog vid. That's a lot of content to get through. It is. I mean, I didn't even start with any of that. I've got other stuff that's been coming in. I've got a box. I've got a box down there with a guitar in it that I need to sort. And I've got another 2 guitars en route. First world problems. I should not be complaining in the slightest. I need to get caught up. That's the thing. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, you know. Normally I just feel whelmed, but now I'm never underwhelmed. I'm just, anyway. Total Guitar every month, yes. That was the first guitar magazine I ever got, Total Guitar. And I remember the solo in it was Samba Pati by Santana, one of the early ones. Dave Lewis, you're saying Guitar Summit is the best show in the world. Nice and quiet too, enjoy yourself, and if you film guitars and gear, please do it slowly, not bombing past racks at breakneck speeds. I will keep that in mind, mate, thank you very much. Yeah, I have seen videos like that in the past, and I have been guilty of it myself as well. So yes, I'll do my best. This is the thing when you get to these places, there's so much to see, I could get a bit excited, and I would sort of run through and get distracted and things like that, but I'll try to be mindful and calm myself down. Have you been, Dave? Sounds like you've been. Hauser, you've worked a couple of music trade shows at the Corn Exchange in Edinburgh. Nice one, mate. Corn Exchange in Edinburgh. I went to see Tenacious D there many, many years ago. Nice venue. Very cool. Afternoon to you, Malika. Oh, you're speaking to Peter Collins and Michiel's in. How you doing, Michiel? Nice to see you, mate. What to bring? An empty agenda to fill with new videos you work out with brands you haven't worked with before. That's a good idea. An empty agenda. So I should just get rid of this. This is no good. Just launch that. First time. Thank you, Michiel. I know you would know. I knew you would know. You know? I know. Thank you, mate. Have you been? Are you coming? Are you going as well? It'd be great to see you there if you're coming. And you can give me more tips. Hello, Indy. How you doing? Thanks for coming in, mate. Where did we get to there? Jumped. Also, good shoes as you'll be walking around a lot. Top tip, mate. Thank you for that. Yep. I'll be mindful of that. Budget Pedal Chap, you were subbed to Guitar Techniques for years, and then they offered you an introductory offer for guitar and guitarist for an extra £1 a month. They didn't bother taking the introductory offer away. Have you still got it then? That's pretty cool. I remember I took on I used to buy Guitarist every month anyway. See, you bought the good magazine, BPC. Guitar Techniques was for the real players. You know what I mean? The studious types. I bought Guitarist because it was about gear. It was basically a magazine ad, the whole thing. But I love the gear. Less so now. But anywho, yeah, I subscribed to that one because they were offering a Dan Electro pedal. Was it a Cool Cat Vibe or something like that? I ended up getting 2 of them for some reason. I can't remember how that happened. I think they sent 2 by mistake or something. And I tried to sell one, and it ended up being broken. I hadn't even took it out of the box, and it ended up being a broken pedal that I sold, so I had to give them their money back. So that was worth the while for the subscription. They were giving it dodgy pedals. Anyway, you got the 3 mags for the price of 1 subscription plus an extra £1 for about 3 years. Oof, nice one. Trey Shredden's in the house. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Malachi, Steve, you've got to make your name a different colour now that you've got a YouTube channel. On it, mate. I'm on that right now. Glad to hear you've got your channel up and running. Chuck the link in the chat so we can all check out what you've got going on, mate. Cat's Music Journey sounds like a YouTube channel as well. Let me know if you've got a channel, mate, and I will make you a mod, because that's what we should do. So you can put links in. That's kind of what we do around here. Did I get the keys to the Lamborghini? Is this a Malmsteen reference? Is that what's going on there? Or something else? That's a reference to something. I recognise it. I hope you're having a great day too, Trey. Like I said, great to see you, mate. You're a legend. Trey Shreddens. What a player. Scary. Scary. Dave, what is that guitar behind you with the picture on the body? That's the Nuno. This is the Nuno Betancourt. So it's a Washburn. His signature model is the N4. This is the kind of cheaper import model, the N2. The biggest difference is that it doesn't have the Stevens extended cutaway on the heel. But the picture, which you'll actually see in tomorrow's video, is, see the signature there? And I've got the photographic evidence of Nuno with pen in hand signing it, and there's myself looking rather portly in the picture as well. There you go. Actually, this is my sister's guitar now, but whoops. But I've got it back on loan for a couple of projects. Right, we'll get looking over at Guitar Summit shortly. I'll just catch up with the chat. Where do we get to there? Where do we get to? Right, I think we've caught up. Michelle, you're not coming, but we'll send you some more tips through a different channel as to not flood the chat. Flood the chat, mate. Flooding the chat is good. But thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Doogie Driver, thanks for coming in, mate. You started playing guitar 84. Same time Guitarist started. What, the magazine? I didn't realise it was as old as that. Crazy. I thought it was a 90s thing. Just because it was for me. But that's crazy. Where do we get to there? BPC Guitar Techniques got you to sub with a Dano pedal as well. You got the fuzz and it sounded exactly like the cheap distortion on those 10 watt solid state practice amps. Nice one. Trey, you've got a new video dropping soon. Keep on the lookout. Will do, mate. Check out Trey's channel, folks. He's been doing mainly lives at the moment, but the videos are coming back soon. Good dude. Glad to see it. There we go. And Malachi is modded up. Awesome. Alex Gardner. So I don't know why I just shortened your name to Alex there. Alexander, sorry. Did I enjoy Mad Malco's live stream on Sunday? Do you join in often? I was surprised to see you there. You're always welcome. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I drop in from time to time. Sundays is usually when I do a lot of work on thumbnails and things like that. So I'll often have live streams on in the background and I'll dip in and out. But yeah, Malachi, sorry, Mad Malco is always a good hang. Fun laddie, so he is. He's always up to crazy mod projects. I like that. Where do we get to there? Indy, you guys look baked in that photo. Well, Nuno certainly does. I was probably had a few beers, probably too many to be honest with you, because that's what I like to do back in the day. Michelangelo Batio, yes, I do have a channel, or trying to do one. Right, nice one, mate. You are going to be a mod. Add moderator. Yeah, Michelangelo Batio, I got to meet him at that Mad About Music show in London back in the day. Sorted. Right, you're a mod, mate. Good. And Trey is coming back with a vengeance with the main vids. That's what I like to see. Ross McMaster, hello, brilliant topic. Excellent chat as always, Steve. Great stuff. Is that Ross? As in Ross? Kenny's Ross? Is that Kenny's Ross? If it is, mate, hello to you. And apologies, I think I'm due you several emails from a while back. Like I say, it's just been a bit mental recently. And I've just been overrun with gear and stuff to do. But here, I still want to do things. I still want to do things, mate. Please keep me in mind. If it's not you, sorry, Ross McMaster. Nice one. CD Nelson is sub to Malachi. Awesome, that's what I like to see. Willis Taylor, good morning to you, mate. Thanks for coming in from Australia. Always good to see you, mate. Right, let's get a look at some of this Guitar Summit stuff. Right, I'll try and keep an eye on the live chat as we go. Here we go. Right, Guitar Summit 2025, the 26th to the 28th of September. Mannheim, Rosengarten, Germany. You can't see for my head, but right here it says Europe's biggest guitar show. What do you call it? Hyping stuff up. Anywho, let's get a look at the exhibitors. I mean, wait a minute, is anybody, there's artists, or the artists performing. Let's see who's performing. Ah, I didn't even know this. I didn't even look at this page before, because I was all interested in the gear. Bernth is playing. I know Bernth, not personally, I just know the channel. He's like, huge channel. Frank Bello, I don't know, and he's there for the first time. And Wallace Bird, I also don't know, who's there for the first time, same as me. And Dana Bourgeois, first time as well. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And the other John Brown is going to be there as well. Chris Buck and Peter Bush. I did not know all these people were performing. That's pretty cool. It'll be cool to see Chris Buck playing. And John Brown, I think is he? I'm away to make something up. Is he from a band called Intervals? Or have I mixed that up with someone else? Possibly. I feel really ignorant for not knowing most of these people. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that by next week. So it'll be this time next week. I will be in Germany and the show will be starting on the Friday. But anyhow, let's get looking into the... It's went back to German again. Right, I think I'll figure it. I think Altar Cellar, Floor Plan. I think this is the... Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here's all the brands we've got attending. And I think I've put my face in a place where you should be able to see everything. Right, I'm not going to name them all, right, because there is billions. It just like doesn't end. So I could just go starting with guitars. Sorry, Dave Lewis, this is exactly the kind of thing you don't want to see is me scrolling through this fast. I'm just getting back to the start, right, we'll have a wee look. So I'll kind of scroll down slowly, and if you see anything, let me know. So here we go. I'll just shout some out as we go. So yeah, Strandberg. I've never tried a Strandberg guitar before, so if I get an opportunity to do that, that would be cool. 901 Sound, they attended Gear Street last year. They've got this cool kind of, is it like an X pedal? Like, it's kind of like works on a ball axis almost, and you can get it to control different things. Very cool. I was a bit lost with it, to be honest, but it's still a very cool product. Abase Concepts, that's Toes and Abase stuff. Never seen any of that ever, either, in person. So that'll be cool. Remember, just shout out if you see anything that looks worthwhile. I'm not going to mention everything. Novice Noisemakers in the house. How you doing, mate? Let's make you a mod. How you doing? Good to see you. Ah, there's a moderator. Check out Rich's channel, guys. Brilliant channel. How many guitars have you had now, mate? What number are you up to? The last time I checked in, like, it was way over 250. You're getting near 300. How close are you to 300? That's what I want to know. We're getting a lot of Bertha's the Goat. Yes. Awesome. Here you go. Yeah, George asking, do we know in advance what companies are going to be at Guitar Summit? So yeah, this is what we're getting to right here. Budget Pedal Chap, your pal works for Warwick and we'll be exhibiting there. You've told him to look out for the loudly dressed Scottish chap. Nice. That'll probably be me. Yes. Dougie Drever. Oh, sorry, mate. It's pronounced Drever. Apologies, mate. I will do my best to remember that. Drever. Drever. Right, okay. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Bernth. Awesome. Venus Guitars. I hope they would be there. Well, we're on A just now. So if they are there, they'll be quite far down. I don't want to skip all the way down because I don't want to freak anybody out. Yeah, Chris Buck is an outstanding guitarist. 100%. Right, let's keep going. Adler Guitars, I've not heard of. Aether Guitars, I've not heard of. Admira, I have heard of. They make mainly nylon string classicals. We've got loads of them in the school. They're actually really good. Aguilar is amps, isn't it? AIM Audio, I believe that's mics. AJ Guitars, nope. Alhambra. Alfred Music, pretty sure they do books. We've got books from them in the school as well. Like I said, I'm not going to read everything out. Alutone Guitars. I think there's a few brands that are going that are making aluminum guitars. Wonder if Dean Guitars will be there. Let's find out. We'll get there soon. Steinberg were the headless instruments. Yes. Yeah, it is confusing, isn't it? Because Steinberg were headless, but then so is Strandberg. But wait a minute. No, yeah, that's right. Strandberg and Steinberg. I don't think... No, they're not related. They just sound the same. I think. Pretty sure that's what it is. Stephen Barry had a Dean acoustic, white with a big skull on it. Looked amazing. Played like an old potato. That's what you want. Right, Amano. Nope. No, Amber, Pickup, Ampeg. So, you know what? I'll maybe just like not name the ones that I've not heard of. So, Aria Pro 2. Everybody's heard of them. I've got them on my list. They're... what are they up to these days? I mean, I see their models and stuff. But, yeah, just curious what they're all about. Aristides Guitars, they're getting a great rep. They're making guitars out of, I want to say carbon fibre, or is it something else? But yeah, I know a lot of the sort of metal-y people are into them, so that could be cool. Arrow Guitars, nope. Arturia, That's like, yeah, recording live equipment. No, I was thinking it was like synths and things like that. Who knows? Ashdown, bass amps, Audin, audio, AV. We're still on the A's. We need to get through some more of these. Bachi, how do you pronounce that? There we go. Bake Shop guitars. I did check them out. I think they looked pretty cool. Like I just checked out on the website. Balagur guitars. I hear a lot of the metal guys like them as well. Baton Rouge guitars I've heard of as well. Are they like affordable? It's saying acoustic. Baum guitars. It'll be cool to see them because they were supposed to be at the Birmingham Guitar Show, but unfortunately something happened with their equipment and customs or something, and they couldn't get it there in time, which was a shame. So they're just like an empty stall. So it'll be cool to see them this time. Right, where are we at? Look at Bernasconi guitars. So many guitars, never heard of. That's a pretty cool looking shape actually. I wonder if the guitars look like that. Maybe it's just drawings of guitars, who knows. Right, Big Island ukulele. That'll be the first stop, of course. Black Star, Blue guitar. I'm assuming Thomas Blug will be there. He's been there, he's there last year anyway, maybe the year before. Right, we're still in B. I'm just going to keep going through. Carl Martin, Can Oral guitars. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Catalan Bread, sorry, not Caitlin Bread. Catalan Bread, they're pedals, aren't they? Handcrafted guitar cabinets. You can see how much stuff's there. We're in C. Charvel. I do want to see Charvel guitars. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. I'm just thinking about my Charvel. I'm in two minds about what I'm doing with it. I should sell it, but I really don't want to. But I don't play it enough. Anywho, what else have we got here? Let's check the chat. Oh man, Zen, you're catching up at 2 times speed. Nice one, mate. See you when you get here. Right, Budget Pedal Chap. If there was a company called Steinstrand, they would have headstocks at both ends of the neck. Yes, cancel each other out. That's the only thing I could imagine happening. Jojo, you've seen Venus ramping up their social media, but they'll be missing a trick if they're not at Guitar Summit after launching at NAMM this year. Good shout, yes. Doogie Drever, I just practiced there just to make sure. SB1000, what's that? What's it? Is that a guitar? Tell me if that's a guitar. It sounds like a Yamaha. Anyway, you hope that Rough and Sully guitars are going to be there. Yeah, I'd like to see, that Sully guy looks like a lot of fun. His guitars are cool as well, so it'd be cool to say hello. Stephen Barr, we should start a national lottery for guitars where people buy tickets and win nothing and we spend all the money on gear. Isn't that what already happens? Nice. Graham Campbell, you're still waiting for someone to combine a guitar and a hurdy-gurdy. That would be fantastic. Wow, could you imagine how well that would sell? Massive gap in the market. What's been going on? Colt Clark guitars, high-end acoustics if I remember correctly. Cordial, right, we're still in C here. Cort, be cool to see Cort. They make a lot of guitars. Crafter, they make some cool guitars. They actually make quite good guitars. It'd be good to check out. Oh, wait a minute. Did Andy Guitar Geek not do a video with their new electric line recently? I think he did. And they had flat radius. But, yeah. Cream Tea Custom Shop Guitars and Pickups. Always hear great stuff about Cream Tea. Never tried one. You could see him mainly oh, actually, I do want to speak to Daddario because I got an email from them a while back and it kind of went cold. So it'd be good to see if we can speak to someone over there. Dan's Guitar Store. Actually, I think I've got one of these picks right here somewhere, or at least I did, because the gentleman from Valiant Guitars gave me one. I can't find it. But yeah, pretty good picks. It's that one as well that I've got. Right, what else is going on? Diarmond. I like a Diarmond guitar. Pickups and electronics. Do they not make guitars anymore? I should know that. Dine Pickguard. We didn't get Dean. Oh, right, okay, it looks like there's not going to be Dean. No, Dean would have been there by now. Sorry, no Dean, by the looks of things. Digitech. Hopefully Jim's there. He was a very cool guy to meet at 42 Gear Street. Davina. I'm pretty sure I've pronounced that right as well. That's also high-end acoustic guitars. They were at 42 Gear Street last year, so it'll be cool to check them out. Right, I'm getting any more. Yes, Jojo Fry. That is a guitar brand. Let's pull that up. This one here. Where is it? I've lost it. Where's it went? It is there somewhere. There it is. This brand here. It'll be good to see what kind of guitars they've got on offer. I don't know if I'll be able to go over at that booth. I bet they make amazing guitars, but keeping a straight face might be difficult. But yeah, that's a fun one. Right, where did we get to? Davina, we did say that. Digitech, we said. Drowski. Duesenberg guitars. I'd love to check out a Duesenberg. You know, some of these I don't think will have their own stand. Some of these are kind of like retailers that have got some brands, and I think that's what happened at Birmingham anyway. Right, am I missing anything here? I'm going pretty fast now because I'm realising that we're on E and there's so many to do. You know what? Elixir strings. Maybe I should check out Elixir strings instead because that's what I actually use. Say, hey, want to do something? So I've been emailing Didario and although I was Didario long before Elixir, so a bit of both. Anyhow, Enya Music will be there. I don't think either of the reps that we met at Gear Street will be there, but it'll be cool to see someone from there because they're a cool company. And there's a guitar there that I really want. I don't know if it's been released yet, but it was at Gear Street and I love it. ESP, EVH, Faith Acoustics. Right, let's get through these a bit quicker. FGN, Fibernair. I think they make really high-end guitars. In fact, our friend David Beebe is an endorsee of Fibernair guitars. I hope I'm saying that right. Fino, make acoustic guitars by the looks of things. Right, we're going faster, we're going faster. Fretlook, I do want to talk to Fretlook. Have I got my Fretlooks there? Actually, I've just found, there's the Dan's Guitars Picks flyer thing that nobody cares about, but I thought we'd show you anyway. I mean, nobody cares that I've got it, but anyhow. Let's go back up to the chat. Trey says, tons of companies there, yes. David Wicks is Hagstrom Guitars there. Did we get as far? We're on F. How does the alphabet work again? No, we'll find out soon enough. Best bass ever. Oh, that's the SB1000 you're talking about, mate. Okay, nice. Where do we get to? We've got the hurdy-gurdy. Classic Vibe Jazzmaster. Right, what's going on here? Oh, you're getting another electric guitar. Nice one, mate. I think mine's is a classic vibe, kinda. Jazzmaster's quite nice. Budget Pedal Chap, you did an interview with the chap who was originally behind Cream Tea Pickups. Thomas Nielsen is his name, and he makes some insane pickups. He did a pickup with something like 98 key DC resistance. That seems like a lot, quite a lot. David Lewis, factoid that the ukulele originated from Portugal. Thank you for enlightening us, mate. Looks like the Guild of Pedal Makers isn't represented. Who is that? Is that... There probably is pedal makers there, I'm just kind of skipping by them. East Coast, you haven't seen any of the budget brands like Artist or East Coast. Well, East Coast are Anderton's own brand. So if Andertons were there, they would maybe have East Coast there. Artist, yeah, yeah, it's weird. Artists seem to, they're making great guitars. They're getting them out to some channels, but it seems like they're not easy to get hold of. In the UK anyway. The guitars, that is. Or maybe they are. Guitar sell them as well. That's right, Stefan, yeah. That's pretty good that Andertons have managed to get their own brand into other stores as well. Like, good for them, sort of thing. Right, okay. Let's get back to this. Furk Guitars, also another brand that I got to check out at 42 Gear Street. I actually got to take their travel guitar from here. I reviewed it and then I took it on the flight to Germany and gave them it back. Did 3 videos with them as well and interviewed the head of the company. So yeah, that's on the channel if you want to check that out. 3-parter, probably the most effort I've ever put into any videos ever, and they all tanked, every single one of them. That's what happens on YouTube. Right, oh, G&B Pickup. I might be interested to check them out because I see them for sale used on eBay all the time. And I've never heard of them. They don't have an image available, that's not a good sign. Anywho, where are we at? Gas handmade pickups, Giordano guitars, Gitano. Let's get a bit further. Godan. I don't think I've ever tried out a Godan. Certainly not in recent years. Gordon Smith, they had a great booth at Birmingham this year. Goto. Gretsch. Yes. Want to see some Gretsch. Guild Guitars USA. Nice. It is that Guild. Okay, cool. What else have we got here? I'm now just looking at things that I recognise. Goldo. They do hardware that I like. There you go, Hagstrom. David Lewis. Looks like Hagstrom will be there. Actually, that's a great shout. Have I got them on my list? I don't, but I'm going to put them on my list. We'll do it right now. Let's do it right now. I'm just going to bring up the main camera for a minute. Just because, to change the what do you call it? The scene for a moment. Hagstrom. Great shout, mate. Right, let's get back to it. That was the break. Actually, let's check some of the chat. Where did we get to there? Whoops. You guess they're not going to have the captain over there on a stand hawking their budget range. Actually, I think both Pete and Lee were there last year, I think. So it'd be cool to see them there as well if they're there. I'm a big fan of Pete and Lee, always have been. Right. Where did we get to there? It was Anderton's guitar, and PMT, then PMT pulled out and went with Antiquity. Oh right, all three of them are part of that brand. I see, I didn't know that. That's interesting. You think they've got a more premium range of East Coast called Silver Star or something? Okay. I know that the same factory do the, oh, what are they called now? I had one. King, Solo King. Yeah. But I don't think it's the same. G&B make pickups for PRS SE. That makes sense. I think that's kind of lines up with what I've been seeing on eBay. Right. Thanks for that, mate. Malachi, the content that you're going to be putting out will have no editing, so it will be based on one take. Mate, I wish I could do it. That would be the best way to do it. You'll get stuff out easily. You know, that's a great idea. Why doesn't everybody just start a channel like that? One take, boom. I mean, I don't know if you'd get the views early on, but you would save so much time and you would just get more done. And eventually you're going to get like way better at getting a good video out in one take. And yeah, that seems like such a great idea. Maybe I should just do that from now on. Right, starting tomorrow, I'm going to do the same as you, mate. No, I'd love to. I actually enjoy the editing a bit too much. It's a double-edged sword. But good stuff, mate. I like your tactics. Steve, can you try to feature some acoustic guitars? Looks like there's some great brands there. There is some great brands there. I will have a look. Thing is with acoustics, they're not my first love. That's the thing. But yeah, we'll have a go. I would like to check out the guys at Furk again, see what they've got on the go, because their guitars are awesome. And Davina also. Anderton's got in trouble a bit for not disclosing they had vested interest in East Coast guitars too. I didn't know about that. I knew about the Victory Amps thing, but I didn't know about East Coast. That's interesting. Okay, Solo King, that's the one yet. Steve, don't... That's alright. I think Silver Star is another brand I've maybe seen as well. Like on AliExpress or something like that. Malachi, you're not a huge fan of Anderton's, and if I watch anything on their channel, it's because of Dagan. Yeah, Dagan's going to be on over there now. That's pretty cool. That's a really cool team up. I like that. Is Dagan now working for Anderton's? I knew he'd land on his feet. Very big personality and a hell of a player. Yes, indeed. I don't think he is. I mean, I'm just going with what everybody else has seen, but from watching his videos on his channel, it looks like he's just went over there to do some videos. Sounds like maybe the door's open for a lot of collaborations. But I don't think he's like employed by them. I think he is wanting to do his own thing. I think. Dave Lewis, KDH did an expose of Leander and owning Victory Amps. Yeah, that's the one I've seen. But I don't remember East Coast being a part of that. But I could be wrong. Trace Rounds, if doing one take is the thing you're going to go for, make sure you make a script of what you're going to say and topic points. It'll help with the dead air and make it smooth. Yes, that's a great idea, mate. I would do that as well. Don't know how you can't be a fan of Andertons, but yeah, Dagan is great too. Just a pity he lives in Newcastle. Yeah, there's different camps for the Andertons thing. I mean, for me, I love the Andertons channel, like, and specifically the Pete and Lee videos most, because I love their banter, vibe, and chemistry they've got together. But in terms of buying things from Andertons, very rarely would I buy from them, because I've not had great experiences in the past. Chris Otterwell says he's always had great service from Andertons. So there you go. Eh? Right, let's get back to the list. And you know what? I need to turn this radiator off because it's cooking in here. Because it's been cold. It's been cold today. Right, who did we miss? Hagstrong was a cool one. Right, what else have we got? We're at H, we need to keep going. Harley Benton. Of course I want to see Harley Benton. I'm actually a little bit nervous if I bump into Baina there, who's the like rep guy or head of Harley Benton, because I've been quite critical of Harley Benton guitars in the past, and I jokingly made a sort of complainy video about them not offering 9.5 inch fretboard radius on any of their S&T type guitars ever, and I made a video about it, calling them out. An open letter to Harley Benton, and I even used clips of Baina in it as well. But it was all a laugh and in good jest, but you might hate me. I'll find out if I get a chance to see them. But I hope not, because I'd love to do some Harley Benton stuff, because they do make great guitars, even although they're not always to my taste. They're always interesting, because they're always pushing the boundaries of what's possible for the price. Harmony, Heary's guitars, Hendrick guitars. I've wrote down Hendrick guitars. Why have I wrote that down? I've never heard of them. I must have seen something I liked. Oh no, there's also Henricks. So there's Henrik and Henricks. And there's Henry's. I'll definitely be going to see Henry's. They're my new pals. And hopefully we'll get something on the go with them. Actually, I've got an appointment to see them. So, I don't know. I'll maybe do a video with them from the booth. Possibly. Excuse me. Hills guitars. I hear a lot about Hills guitars. Again, oh no, that's saying acoustic and electric. I had a feeling they're more shreddy, but I could be wrong. Heritage guitars, I would love to check out as well. Yes, I'm on board with that company. I would like to try out a Heritage guitar one day. Hiramitsu guitars, never heard of them. Hip strap. Hook amplification, yeah, I've heard of them. Hotone or Hot One or Hatone or whatever you want to call it. Hosen guitars. Can you see, this is quite a lot of brands, isn't it? Ibanez, I've got pals at Ibanez now, but not really in the UK, but there you go. There is some sort of connection there. Ibrahim guitars, Idiot Box Effects, IK Multimedia. Right, I'm going to scoot through a little bit more again. Jackson guitars and Jacobson guitars and Jackson Audio. All the Jacksons are going to be there. And Japarts. Jet guitars, of course. I've got an appointment with Jet guitars as well. They've got some new stuff out. I did a video on it a couple of weeks ago. And they've actually got 2 on the way here, which I'm hopeful I'll be able to get filmed before Summit. But I don't know how likely that is, because like I said, I have to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and then I leave on Thursday. But I will do my best. Oh, Yoshi Lack guitars. I'm probably pronounced that wrong. This is like the boutique builder who lives near Henning, I think, and he came at Gear Street and had guitars there, and they were absolutely mental. Some of his designs are like way out there, but really cool. Right, let's get back into the live chat. Do I reckon Harley Benton himself will be there? I mean, I hope so, because I have brought my autograph book, or at least I've packed it. That's all it's packed, is my autograph book, and my disposable camera, and my necklace for keeping my coins in. Anyway, excuse me. Malachi, you've never ordered anything from Andertons, but you just don't like the channel is all, mate. Nothing wrong with that, mate. If he is telling to make a telly with stainless steel frets, yes. Well, I mean, a trad telly, sorry. I should read things, yes. Well, a lot of people think that how we had the ST Modern, they reckon that the T Modern will be next, although that won't be traditional, so. Hills makes headless Strandberg-esque things at a much lower price. Oh, that could be interesting. Jojo, you're totally here for a video of Harley Benton chasing Steve around Guitar Summit, yelling threats in German. It could happen. It could happen. I better get training if I've got to run. Chris Otterwell, you've always had... Oh, sorry, Dave Lewis is saying to Chris that you've also had great service from Andertons. Oh, until your Silver Sky debacle that started last month, and now with a set of lock-in tuners. Okay. Hit and miss. I mean, they can't get it right all the time, but for me, they've had it wrong too many times. Maybe I was just unlucky. Stephen Barr, you've never had an Ibanez, you'll need to put it on your bucket list. Actually, my favourite guitar at Guitar Street was an Ibanez, which was unexpected, but it wasn't like an Ibanez. Well, it was, but it was like more like a George Benson 335-esque thing. It wasn't a George Benson or a 335, it was Ibanez AS something. But yeah, that was the best playing guitar there, loved it. Ibanez makes some of the most consistent guitars out there, you've got to try them. That's BPC, yes. Jimmy Biter, Ibanez for life, yes. Check out Jimmy Biter's channel. He has got all kinds of, he's like an Ibanez encyclopedia. He's always sticking different bits of them together. There's stainless steel frets and there's stainless steel frets. Yes, I have heard that. Excuse me. Malachi, you've got an Ibanez RG3EX FM1 for a few years now, and it's fantastic sounding, looking and playing guitar. I don't doubt it, mate. Ibanez is a very wide range of guitars. Even if you try a few and don't like them, try more. I promise you, you'll land on at least one that you'll love eventually. Yeah, they do have a load of great guitars. I kind of started on Ibanez. Sorry, let's try English. I kind of started on an Ibanez, an RG, and the one that I tried out a couple of years ago was the AZ ES40. Cracking guitar for the money. Actually, Budge's got that. Budget Pedal Chap. He knows. Great guitar, isn't it? Right, what else have we got going on here? Kai Pro Guitars, I've heard of them. I think they're a Chinese company. I might have even seen them in China when I was there. Who knows? I wonder if KDH will be at the KHDK store. Stall. That could be interesting. Got our clots. We're just on K. Right, we need to get battering through these. What like for time? OMG. Right, let's keep going. I'm just going to keep going until I see anything really interesting. Lava, they've got some interesting stuff. Legator, heard of them. Lawler pickups, yes please. Right, we're just battering through this now. Mad Professor pedals. Got to meet them at Gear Street. Lovely gentlemen. Hopefully I get to hang with them again. Magneto guitars. They are of interest to me. Excuse me. I like guitars, turns out. Marshall, Martin, Martinez, Maxon, Maybach, Meow. There's just too many. I should have did this at the very start of the stream, going through them all. Nick Page guitars, never heard of it. Newman guitars, Nick Huber guitars, I would love to check out. And Nova guitars, they're like super duper high-end stuff that are on my list. They're meant to be amazing. I would love to check them out. Oh wait, is that Novo? That's Nova, but I'm pretty sure Novo is there as well. Yes, that's what I meant, sorry. Novo, who are there. Maybe Nova are great too, but I've not heard of them. I just got confused. Right, we're on O. We're getting through here. Paoletti guitars. I would love to check out a Paoletti guitar. Italian made. They look absolutely beautiful. Patrick Eggle makes great stuff as well. Anything else interesting here? Plek machines. Maybe I'll take my Squire with us to get plecked. PRS are going to be there. I don't think I knew that. Interesting. I wonder if many of these booths will be launching things. I'm pretty sure Harley Benton will. But last year they teased the new Nitro series, but they didn't come out. But I think they'll be launched there proper. That's my theory, and I think we'll have something else interesting for maybe like next year. Seem to be doing things a year in advance. Share Gold, they're cool. That's interesting. Simpson base. The Simpson actually looks a bit like the Simpsons logo. Anyway, the Simpsons font. Does it? Maybe it doesn't. Spear guitars, who are also like jet guitars. Stag, Stall, Strymon. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through the end of this now. Apologies. Taylor, Takamine. There are plenty of acoustics there. Takamine, how do you say it? The Fellowship of Acoustics. That could be interesting. The Guitar Division. Thermia, okay, yeah. Loads of stuff going on here. Tom Anderson. Oof. More high-end stuff. There's a lot of high-end stuff. Maybe you could do a video about that. Like going to check out all the crazy high-end stuff. Budget Idiot tries out high-end guitars. Something like that. Is that a video? I have no idea. Right, Veilter. Oh wait, you asked about Venus, didn't you? So if Venus are there, we'll be getting to them shortly. Vimerium, Venet. Nope, no Venus guitars. Sorry, Jojo. Vintage guitars are there. That'll be interesting because I believe they're up for sale, aren't they? I wonder what the story is with them at the moment. That might even be a video as well, if I can get to ask them. What's going on? I'm giving, if any other creators watch this, you're getting loads of ideas. Don't steal my ideas. Actually, you've probably got better ideas. Can I steal some of your ideas? If you've got any better ideas for me, chuck them in the chat, please. I need some good ideas for videos. Right, we're almost at the end. X-Vive, they're on my list of things to check out because I've got like the wireless thing that I've not used, but I might actually take it with me. Right, there we go. We've got to the end. Guitar Summit. Sorry, I really rushed past that, but I was being mindful of the time. But there's loads of brands there. Right, where do we get to? Budget Pedal Chap, yes, you bought the AZES, which you plan to review and flip, but you loved it so much it's still with you. Yeah, it is a great guitar. Looks like an Ibanez will be your next guitar. Nice one, mate. If you're wanting to get something like affordable, definitely check out that one that I tried out that Budge has now got, the AZ ES40. Really cool guitar. It's got really clever switching on it and stuff. A lot of cool features. You can even check out my review on it if you like, and Budget Pedal Chaps, and you'll know all about it. Chris Otterwell, you've got two Ibanez. Nice. Doogie Drever, ugly headstock or headless? Well, I'd probably go ugly headstock because, I mean, I love this headstock that most people hate. So I don't know. I don't even know if there's many headstocks that can offend me. I'm trying to think of a headstock that I really don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the big James Tyler one. That's probably the obvious one, isn't it? Because it looks like one of those like American football or wrestling fingers or something. Anywho, you'd still, Old Man Zen, you'd love to get an Ibanez Jiva at some point. Worth it for that fretboard alone. I don't think I've seen that. Well, it doesn't ring a bell. You're going to have to go next year, says Chris Otterwell. Yeah, mate, maybe I'll be there as well. We can meet you there. You stepped away for a second and we're already on P. I'm sorry, mate. I rushed through them to try and get done in time. I didn't sort of manage how well it was going to take. I'm going to need a week. You're right. I'm going to need to pick what I want to see. If we all chip in for vintage, do you mind buying them whilst you're there, Steve? No bother. Yeah, I'll put in an offer for us on behalf of us. Let's chuck in £5 and buy vintage so we can change the name. Great shout. I'll even put in a tenner. Steve, check out Warm Audio. What is Warm Audio? Is it pedals? Because I'm not into pedals, but I'll write it down. It's on my list. Okay, nice. Oh, where do we get to there? Nice. but are they not the same variants, just in different price points? What is that? I don't know, I've missed there. From me, myself and I, sorry. You hate the clog headstock. You're not alone, Jojo. A lot of people hate it. Look at the, I mean, Squire have even addressed this by making them with the wrong headstock now. But you can fix it. Got a video about that. CD Nelson, you don't know the Starcast headstock has kind of grown on me. So does Fungus though, so nice one. Jed Ellis, you're off. Thanks for coming in, mate. You've got to head out to a show shortly. See you next time, Guitar Fan. See you later today. We're almost finishing up anyway, so a couple of things. First thing is I'm going to show you my list of the things I want to check out. And I also need to take this opportunity to thank the people over at Patreon who've got in. We've got new Roller String Trees, Chris McKean, Antoine Aramenko, Danny Soul, William Taylor, Searching for Tone, Hoser Cotton, Ben Travers, the Ubi, Steve Murphy, David Wicks, and our Hammer-On Heroes Plus is Cyborg Day Guitars and Grandpa Joe. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel, you absolute legends. And over on YouTube channel members, we've got Antoine Aramenko again, Searching for Tone again, Richard Sheehan, Chuck's Guitars, G. Cotton and Willis Taylor again. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel on YouTube, you absolute legends. And here's another load of legends, I'll do my best. Frank Chambers, Stevie Mack, Kelso Brago Brandown, Al Lindsay, Simon Wenlock, Rex Amatic, Steve Gunner, Anthony Marabito, Budget Guitar Show, Gubby Huge Cockway, Robert McCourt, Francis Chambers, N. Pete, Paul Crane, Greg Stevenson, Thaddeus Thompson, Phil Sequera, Naden, Emoji Face, G Practice, Will, David Beebe, Bill Cullen, Andy. That's the guy. We got there. Woofed. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Always appreciated. Right, quickly. There will be no live stream next week. Because I don't think so anyway. I mean, if I did manage to do a live stream, it would be like from Airbnb. It's not going to be very exciting. So, and I'm not going to have time to get like a poll and a topic and stuff on the go. So it's probably not going to be on next week. Sorry. And then the following week I'm away to China. You know, we might not. This might be the last live stream for a while. I'll have to fit one in soon. Right, here's what I'm going to be checking out that's on my list. I won't check all these out. Aria Pro 2, Bake Shop Guitars, Fret Look, Godan, Gretsch, Goldo, Hagstrom was on my list. Okay, Harley Benton. I can't see what this says. It's something to do with Hendrix. Oh, it's Henry's, of course. Jet Guitars, Magneto Guitars, Maytrem, Nick Huber, Warm Audio we've got now, Novo Guitars, Right On Guitar Straps, Sambo Guitars, something Guitars, I can't read that, Schwing maybe, Steely Jam, Ted Guitars, Vintage Guitars, question mark, Wilkinson and X-Vive. That's the things I was interested in checking out. So if you're watching on catch up and you've got any more ideas, please chuck them in the chat. I'll do my best to get through the stuff and get caught up. Right, I think that's about everything. Thank you all for coming. And Old Man Zen's just caught up, just at the end. You made it, mate. It was a race. Was it a race? I don't know what I was talking about. So yeah, as I was saying, it looks like we might be off for a while. I don't know when I'm going to get to do another live stream. I will get to do one 2 weeks from now, and then that might be the last one for a while. That might be. Old Man Zen, anyone who finds me hard to listen to, understand just needs to train by listening to you at 2 times. Because after that, it sounds like you've just suffered a head injury. I'm so sorry about that, mate. I talk at 2 times speed anyway, so it's almost like you're watching at 4 times speed. Right, okay. That's about it. There's a video out tomorrow. Don't expect it to do very well. It was kind of rushed. It's a bit of a nothing video. Or is it? I don't know. Other videos in the works. Guitar Summit. Guitars coming. Exciting times. Yeah. Thanks again for coming. Okay. Until next time. See you later. There we go. Fun and games. I needed more water tonight. I'll get more water for future. No, I'll just go and get more water now. That makes more sense. Great stuff. I'll be saying hello in the chat. Yous are all the best. Right. Cheers, y'all. That always misses out my first few characters. Why does that happen? I have to rewrite it. There we go. And one of them. Boom. Shakalaka boom. Nice. Right. Have a great one, y'all. I'm going to end the stream. And hopefully we'll have some stuff from Guitar Summit for you soon. Might even be on this channel. Oh, you might want to check. Make sure you're subscribed. Right, see you later.